Ayo, welcome back. What's going on, guys, to another Dragon Blaze video. And today's topic is new events, the secret shop, which I have no idea where it is. Yep. And bounty time shop, and what heroes you should be making. It's going to be all in the same video. That's what today's topic is about. Hope everybody's doing well. And let's get down to it. First, I'm going to open up these packs real quick. Get these out the way first. That's what today's video is going to be about. Special request from a subscriber of mine. But the other two is just, we're going to go ahead and throw them all together so we can kind of just fit them in. It's not going to take too long to talk about this. But waiting for Ross to get done. That's what I've got. Now, we did get new events. We did lose quite a bit of events too. We still had the flower shop event, which again, pay attention to this because you're gonna need this. I've been inactive for the last couple of days because I went out of town for a family gathering. It was very important that we went through that. There was a funeral, so I've been inactive for the past couple of days, but now I'm back active today. So let's get back to this. So we did lose a couple events. We still have Battle Fortress, still have Flower. We still have Nightmare. Nightmare is really hard to get through. So if you really can't get through or participate in it, just don't worry about it. It's really hard. Special Zodiacs, which this one's not available yet. This will be available on 24th. Encourage event won't be available to the 24th. Caledon as well won't be available to the 24th, but we did lose one. We lost one where we can get our jewels and resources, you know, the dragon one. We've lost the dragon event and a few others. We got bingo though. Bingo is actually very important. You stay active and you'll get your resources for bingo through the challenger dungeon, and I'll talk about that a little bit in this video as well. But it's very important because you get all these free resources that you see here. It's not hard to get all this stuff as long as you stay active, and it resets every Monday, and it's going to be here for a little bit of time. The events aren't here that long, so at least participate in these events. That's a lot of free resources right there for bingo. And then obviously the secret shop, which I've been waiting for down. You can get all the resources displayed here, which is super, super, super awesome and important. And it's free. As you see here, I already went earlier. The top row is your special participation coins that you get through the challenger dungeon, again, by coming out every day. Or just, you know, getting your recharge, get your challenger dungeons recharge whenever you go to it. I'll show you obviously where that is. But yes, you can reset it, which I already have. It's going to cost you 1,000 rubies up to 5 times. You get 5,000 rubies. This is actually pretty good. Volume 2 pages X4 summon. That's actually really good. You got your souls up here, which is perfect. I'm going to buy all of these. Oh, see, I'm all out. Getting a jewel would have been nice. Buying your runes, which is nice, and you can reset that. The pages, I guess I'll buy the pages too. This is actually very important to always do this every day and focus on the bottom portion until you can get enough of your challenger dungeon coins for the time shop. It's very important that you constantly focus on this as well. It is super, super important. And as for the challenger dungeon, well, obviously that's here. And then you can press to check your chest and it'll get you your daily stuff, like your weapons, your armor, just all kind of resources it gives you, plus the bingo resources, plus the time shop resources as well. So you can actually participate in those events. And obviously your challenger skills, which I haven't used too many of them. You can use these to power up all your character's abilities, which I highly recommend you do because it gets harder and harder and harder to go through the challenger dungeon if you don't, depending on how inactive you are. And even if you're very active, it's still pretty hard because this game is all about power. And if you're not, like I told you before in videos prior, if you're not reaching what you need to do and get your team to where it needs to get to as far as power is concerned, you're not going to proceed in this game. I don't care what anybody says. I've been playing this game for years and have a life outside of this, but you're not going to get anywhere if you do not get power. It's just that simple. But yes, Challenger Dungeon, I'll just go ahead and accept it. See, I get old copper coins, I get 10, I get bingo pins, a sword and goddess memories, and some gold. So just to give you an example that you can collect there, you want to collect it at least every day or twice a day, depending on what time you come on. So yeah, definitely do that. And I wasn't here on Monday. Monday resets everything. So just give me a second while I kind of go through. But I'm just talking to you. Participate in all your events, new ones as well. If you can't do Nightmare, don't worry about it. But always participate in all your events. And I'll probably do something about this one as well. But as far as heroes go, well, you should build all your heroes. You should build all the third impacts that are here. Each and every last one you should build. Because your third impact heroes are very important. They are a lot stronger than your second and first impact heroes. So you should be building all of these. Now, which ones to build first? Well, that's really your preference. Whatever character, like, how can I put this? Whatever character classes you're lacking on the most, like let's say you have more rogues than you have more paladins, or let's say if you have more warriors than enchanters, you want to make a balance of having all characters at least. But in this case, you want to build all your third impacts, at least one of each. And I'm just going through each one because real quickly, it is important that you make all the third impacts. And lucky for us, it doesn't take a long time to make these. Because when it comes to the second impacts, as you see, I don't have them all. And it's for good reason. Because when you make these, I made this one, I made her, when second impact just came out, I made a video about acquiring her. And in order to get these guys, you have to, but go to detail, where's it at? Go to detail, and it says resource surgery heroes. You need these 3, and you need them all at level 20 for their impacts. They all have to be level 20, and that takes a long time. And then you have to fight her or any other hero that requires 3 random heroes. It's going to take you a long time to acquire any of these because they take a long time. They take a long time. Like it's really, 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 really hard to get these guys unless you're just the luckiest person on this planet. When it comes to this game, it takes a long time to get the second impact heroes. I mean, you can still get them if you want, but I highly don't recommend it because it takes a long time. And plus, they're not as strong as the third impacts. And if you go to that video and see, she was over 1 million, just flat out when I first got her because they were so hard to acquire. But they had to reset the heroes for third impacts and make the third impact stronger so they don't get outclassed from the second impacts. But these are easier to obtain. The only thing you have to do is just get the coin. Like when you first unlock them, you'll get their token. You get the classes required to fight these guys, just like the second impact, and then you go and you fight them. They're not too terribly hard. They were very hard. The second impacts was nothing to play with. They was extremely hard. But as far as what to make, in my opinion, I would make her. What you see here, I would make her because she's extremely good. Their abilities are incredible. Her for the mage, her for your archer, and her for your rogue. And I would definitely make her immediately. Her for your healer. I would kind of make those starting off, in my opinion, but really, there isn't any one that you can't make that's not going to do anything for you. I would just say make them all. Just make all of them, because they're very helpful and they're very powerful. And then the cool thing is, but since most people are new going to be looking at this video, you won't be able to do this. So this is going to give your characters even more power. Third Impact has been pledged with level 93 and level 94, boosted as level 45 thanks to the power of them combining together to give her strength. So this is not really her true level. Keep that in mind. That's not the true levels. This is just giving them additional strength to kind of jumpstart you, to get you the power that you need, because this game is all about power. So that's really going to help you if you do that. And if you're a newcomer, it's not, it's not going to be helpful for you, but you just have to keep being active and keep getting packs and doing your due diligence to try to get what you need to. And as far as how to get rubies, like I've said in the past, you have to be active. Being active is playing all your events, all your dailies. Everything here is all about being active every day. Everything here in your Explorer, you need to be playing your PvP. You just need to do area, and just do one of these every day and try to get a decent rank. As far as your league battle goes, you have your ranks at the bottom based on your teams. This will automatically play for you, so you don't have to worry about it, but you're staying active that way. You just have to do everything. Doing some of your events, your ward bosses events, which would be in guild. I think you have to be in a guild for that. But your guild assault, your guild exploration, your weekly guild boss, all that stuff's going to give you rank and so much more. You will acquire a lot of rubies and everything else that way. As far as spending your rubies, like I said in the past, that's really up to you. I always only spend them on raw summons, armor summons, both of the armor summons, and then platinum summons you can. It's up to you, or you can wait till the raid up, till a new hero comes out, to where the raid up, the prime raid up for the hero that came out that you're trying to acquire the cards for. That's another great way to spend your rubies. You can also spend your rubies daily, like your daily aspirations. Like, this is another great way to spend your rubies, depending on what days you are. If you want to spend rubies the best way, I would say spend them here on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sorry for the notification pops up. Just ignore that. But those are the best days to spend your rubies on, as far as acquiring more resources. And as far as your events, please do the events, the secret shop. And again, as far as your heroes go, just build all of the third impacts as soon as you can. And then I'll do something about leveling up your heroes to get character cards too. That won't be in this video. I'll do a crafting video about that, and plus how to level up your heroes. A lot of people already know how to do that, but there's ways to acquire everything that you need for that. I don't want to make this video too long, but definitely make those, guys. And it is just that simple. As far as rubies go, you'll get them at the end of every week as long as you acquire them. Oh, one more thing that's very important. The hero gallery. Your hero gallery resets at the end of every month. As you say, I completed 3. So whatever heroes you did focus on, getting the 5 or 6 that you want, please make sure you get on every day and be active and do the same one of the same character. So if you want to do her, she's new, she just came out too long ago. Make sure you have the acquired heroes as listed, which is archers, and make sure you do her hero challenge every day. You get to do it 3 times a day. As long as your characters are strong enough, you can get through character cards, and they're not that hard. And you'll level up and get all the characters' rewards down here at the bottom when you reach the end. Those are other ways to get character cards, but that's a part of this video because I'm talking about the characters. I'll make a different video about crafting and how to power up your heroes and stuff like that. But that's basically the rundown for this video. Just being active, make all the third impact heroes first if you can, and first impact. Second impact, I would not focus on currently because they take way too much resources, and at this point, they're not really worth it until they release more content for them to require it. But if you can make one, make one. Make whatever you want. This is just a video to kind of guide you and help you on what you need to be doing. But if you want to make these heroes first, then by all means, do that. But my recommendation is to make the third impacts first because they are so easier to make and they are a lot stronger and they're going to give you a lot more in the long run. Then make your first impacts. You can go between those two, and then you make your second impact last. That's going out of order, but I promise you these are they take a lot of resources, and since you have lots of other heroes, you have to think about that. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please tell me what you think. I'm always excited to put out more videos for you guys, and I will see you for the next one.